From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman. But with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger from Weather NorCal. Thank you so much for joining me here this morning. You know, quite an active day out there yesterday, from snow to really even close to the coast here, to very low elevation snow, to gusty winds. We also saw flooding, a lot of flooding out there, mudslides, debris flows, the works. But in all of nature's fury, take a look at the beauty we can get from Mother Nature as well. This was sent to us by Christina Diaz in Cottonwood. Look at that absolutely gorgeous sunset picture here. Of course, you can see it reflecting off of the flooded waters, right? The flooded ground. But just absolutely gorgeous. This is another gorgeous sight. Look at this. We got to see a rainbow. Again, after all of nature's fury yesterday, this is the reward that we get out of it. This beautiful picture here from Shirley Martin. So just a quick teaser. We're going to have more pictures a little bit later here, but for those of you that are in a hurry, want to get to Krueger's Quickcast, we'll get to that. We're going to start off with our weather headlines. We got wet weather pattern that continues through Friday. Now, flooding impacts will continue into Friday, and even though we're going to see kind of a bit of a break today from a lot of that wet weather, we're going to start to see some heavier rainfall again on Thursday. One last little push, so we'll probably see potential for more flooding during that time frame. Snow levels averaging between 1,000 and 2,000 feet. Now, it could get locally lower than 1,000 feet at times, but this is where I think it'll be on average, about 1,000 to 2,000 feet. Mainly dry this weekend, although places along the coast, northwestern California, may see some leftover activity coming in on Saturday before everyone dries out by Sunday. All right, so let's take a look at Krueger's Quickcast. For your Wednesday, February 5th, take a look at the rainfall totals over the last 24 hours. You can see really quite the rainfall we saw down in Chico. Of course, the flooding as well. Didn't see quite as much everywhere else, but especially out along the coast, just didn't see as much rainfall. It was mainly in the valley and the surrounding foothills that we saw the bulk of that rain. All right, so you're heading out the door this morning. Overall, I think it's fairly dry in the valley. Eventually, the clouds will start to move in. I think we could see some snow flurries through the morning in Trinity County. I think the coast, looking at a chance for showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm, maybe a flurry or two in parts of Siskiyou County. And then for Modoc County, eastern mountains, most likely starting off the day dry. So here's the big picture. Swirling area of low pressure, speckled clouds, that's the colder air that's been filtering in. This atmospheric river right here that was over us yesterday, you can clearly see it right here. And as expected, it pushed down to the south and east. We're no longer under that influence. Colder and drier, still not completely dry, but drier air. That's why we won't see the widespread rainfall. This is what's in store for us on Thursday. This will get caught up in this flow and slingshot right into Northern California. Another round of heavy rain and heavy snow in the mountains. This, by around midday, I do expect the winds to pick up in the valley, to the north and east, especially towards central Siskiyou County, but even the coast, seeing some gusty winds as well. Now, they should start to subside later this evening, but especially tonight and into tomorrow morning. All kinds of flood alerts. We got flood advisories and flood warnings. The flood watch has been allowed to expire, but I have a feeling that may be reissued once we start to see that rain approach coming in from the south and west. But we're going to go into all of this here a little bit more detail in the deeper dive forecast. In the meantime, let's take you through tonight and into tomorrow morning with Futurecast. Again, on average, 1,000 to 2,000 feet with those snow levels, and that's what we've got here. We go through midday. Look where most of it is. Really, to the Redding southeastward, mainly dry all day long today, and I'll show you the reason why. Most of it's, as you can see, pointed off along the coast here. But we may see a stray shower, say Red Bluff, Corning, Redding, but there's a very good chance we'll be dry all day long for Chico, Willows, and Oroville, especially Glen and Butte counties, but maybe a stray shower. Here's 5 p.m. today. Now, again, you're seeing some of the showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm for the coast. We've got snow in the mountains. Hayfork, Weaverville, I think you could see some snow as well. And then 10 o'clock here for tonight. You can see it kind of tapering off a bit, but the first signs of that moisture I was talking about over the Pacific right now, that's beginning to start to move in here by Thursday morning. We have all kinds of winter storm watches, winter warnings, and winter weather advisories. We'll also get into that a little bit more detail in the deeper dive forecast. Starting off this morning, I-5 is closed at Fondale exit, folks. You can't head north on I-5 this morning here, so just be aware of that, but plenty of chain requirements even west of I-5. Looks like Highway 299 does not have any chain requirements, but please check them before heading out. Highway 3 between Hayfork and Highway 36, or Highway 299 to 36. 36, plenty of chain requirements, and east of I-5, a lot of chain requirements out there as well. All right, take a look at what it looks like. There's Fondale exit, backed up traffic here. A little too dark to really see anything else beyond that, but we'll take a look at some more of those cameras in the deeper dive. Looks like, yeah, we're now up to 90 inches out at the Mount Shasta Ski Park summit. Great news. We're seeing more snow on top of what we've already seen here over the last few days. Could pick up another over 2 feet of snow here through Friday, 5 p.m. All right, let's take a look at your forecast for today. I do expect to see partly cloudy skies, mainly dry, quite honestly, for the valley, northward, even into parts of Siskiyou County and even to the east. But could be a stray shower here. Most of any activity will be to the north and west here for today. So looking at your 7-day outlook, we're going to start off with the valley. There you can see, of course, off and on showers. So I've got the showers in here. Keep in mind, most likely it won't be much in the way of showers, if anything, especially for Chico. Slightly higher chances for Red Bluff and Redding, but better chance for that heavier rainfall on Thursday. Friday, maybe some leftover showers, but dry for the weekend. Let's take a look at the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. You'll notice the snow levels on average between 1,500 and 2,000 feet for Trinity County. For Siskiyou, around 2,000 feet on average, 2,500 feet for Modoc County, and for the Eastern Mountains on average around 3,000 feet. I do expect maybe an isolated snow flurry on Saturday for Siskiyou County, but should be dry on Saturday for Modoc County and the Eastern Mountains, and then dry for the rest of the weekend and early next week. That is your Krueger's Quick Cast. Do want to let you know, if you're new to Weather NorCal, number one, welcome. Weather NorCal is an extensive place for you to go. You can go almost anywhere as long as you have internet connection or cell phone service. You can get your forecast from Weather NorCal. And I've got a free Weather NorCal app. Go to your app store, search for Weather NorCal, download the app for free. You can watch your video updates. You can see the current temperatures. You can check out the radar. You can watch some of the special programming. You can check the road conditions. There is a lot within this. The phone is a powerful thing, and so is the app, taking advantage of that. Let's take a look at some more of those pictures out there as we go into a deeper dive. This is out in Fortuna yesterday. Fortuna, not too far from the coast. Look at all the snowflakes. Now, it didn't stick, but we did see that snow out there. Thanks to Joe Pattison for sending in this. This is out in Peanut. This is south of Hayfork. Look at that. I think this is about 2,600 feet. Looking at Trinity Lake. Ooh, beautiful. And you may have seen some of these here this evening, but yesterday evening, but boy, what a gorgeous sight that we're seeing here out at Trinity Lake. This, not so gorgeous. This is out in Trinity County, near Douglas City at that rest stop there. You can see flooded. If you needed to get to the rest stop, you couldn't because it was flooded. This is also in Fortuna. There you can see off in the distance some of the snow that kind of accumulated on the trees there. Gorgeous sight right there. Thanks to Dan and Shawnee for sending in this. Also Eel River. Now again, I mentioned this yesterday evening, and this will be the case today. The Eel River is swelled up, but it is expected to eventually recede here later on today. Take a look at Lake Shastina. Thanks to Melissa for sending in this. She had recorded about 8 inches as of sending the picture. It may even be more than that. Taking a look at Trinity Lake, John Dalvin, thanks for sending. Look at that, just gorgeous. Gotta love those kind of pictures here. And of course, the flooding, not so great. You can see it's kind of flooding that bridge there. Thanks to Timothy for sending this. This is out at the Tierra Oaks Golf Club. I think we've got more pictures. No, that's it. So let's take a look at some of the storm reports, some of the latest that are coming in here. And I'm going to go into the computer here so we can get a little bit more interactive with this. Now, we take you out to Red Bluff. This was 4:12 yesterday evening. Of course, flooding. A lot of flooding reports here. This is 6:36 yesterday evening. Roadway flooding on Highway 99, Blackberry Avenue. We take you to the south, also flooding. This is at 9 o'clock last night. There you can see Hidden Harbor Trailer Park according to CHP, was flooded. We take you out to Vina. This is almost 10 o'clock last night. CHP reported 79 inches of water across the roadway, approximately 200 yards east of the Woodson Bridge. There, of course, you can see Nord. This was yesterday afternoon. This was a landslide yesterday morning. Let's take you out to the west here, where we had more reports. This is snow in Honeydew. This is snow out in Miranda. This is last night, about an inch of snow there. At 800 feet, landslides galore on Highway 36, as you can see there. We also had kind of some accidents here because of the slick roads and spinouts. This is 8 o'clock last night. There was 6.6 inches of snow. This is also the case out towards Pittville. This is actually rain. This is all rain. That was not snow, by the way. That one's not snow. And then, of course, lots of rain reports here. So very interesting nonetheless when we take a look at that and see some of the storm reports that we're seeing out there. Now, let's take a look at some of the flooding issues that we are looking at here. So you can see all the dots. The green dots meaning everything's okay. Yellow means we're seeing those rivers kind of swell up. And then orange is when you get into the minor flood stage. We are now at that flood stage with orange. Red is moderate, and look at that. Pitt River, it's been a big issue here for the last few days and still in that major flood stage. All right, so let's take a look at the Sacramento River where we've got flood warnings, okay? So there you can see we're looking at some orange and red dots indicating at that flood stage and above the flood stage here. Taking a look at Sacramento River at Diversion Dam, it will eventually, and what you'll notice here, we're going to notice that even the Sacramento to Tehama Bridge, it will eventually drop as we go into tonight. Now we're going to see it kind of go back up with Thursday's storm system, which we'll get into here in just a second, but you can see how it drops and then goes back up. Because of Thursday's storm system, we're now looking at Vina Woodson Bridge. That's expected to drop as well. Hamilton City, it's actually going to go up a little bit here before we start to see a drop, and then another slight rise here as we go into Thursday's storm system. And Sacramento River at Ord Ferry just kind of hovering above that flood stage until about Thursday night, and then it should start to drop after that. We also have a flood warning for Pitt River near Canby. That is going to basically stay up in that major flood stage at least through, say, Wednesday, or actually Thursday afternoon, and then it should start to drop after that for Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. We do have a flood warning for northwestern Lassen County until noon. Some low-lying areas seeing the potential for some flooding. Flooding is an advisory here for Lassen County until 10 o'clock this morning, so it should be allowed to expire once we start to kind of see the chances for rain diminish. Looks like any flooded alerts, we did have one out towards the valley, that's been allowed to expire. Do want to remind you though, and just for those of you that are concerned that live near the Eel River, it is certainly swelled up, but it's not at the flood stage, but should start to drop here as we go through the afternoon and tomorrow. And of course, that's also the case, maybe a little bit swelled up even for Mad River near Arcata. That's also expected to drop. So here's the big picture. Big swirling area of low pressure right here. Colder air, that's the speckled clouds. Another thing you'll notice, and this is something I talked about, is that atmospheric river, that last little push of atmospheric river right here, being pushed to the south and east, thanks to this area of low pressure right here. But what's this down here? Yeah, this is interesting. This is another storm system. It's got some warmer, moist air associated with it. It's going to get caught up in a counterclockwise flow around this low, and what that's going to do is just grab onto that storm and slingshot it right into Northern California. This is when we start to see heavier rainfall, but with the warmer, moist air on top of the colder air, what does that mean? Yeah, heavy snow, and even going down to some of those lower elevations as well. Not in the valley just yet. That's not what it's looking like right now. I know a lot of you in the valley hoping we can get some snow. This one does not look like it'll be that storm. But look at this morning, not a lot going on. We're going to see the activity begin to increase, but there's a line essentially right here. This is where we're going to go north and west of that line. That's where we're going to see most of the snow in the mountains. That's where we're going to see most of the rain along the coast. Overall, the valley eastward, not much going on today. We could see a stray shower for parts of Redding and Red Bluff through the afternoon today, but most of the snow will be to the north and west of the valley. Scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms along the coast. But I think there's a very good chance places like Corning, Willows, Chico, Oroville could be dry through the entire day. Same situation for Plumas and Lassen counties, and maybe northwestern Modoc County getting some snow as well. By 10 o'clock tonight, it starts to kind of taper off a bit, but by tomorrow morning, there's that slingshot of moisture I was talking about coming on in. We'll start to feel the impacts of it by tomorrow morning. Now, let's take a look at noon Thursday. That rain is really picking up in intensity, so we're going to be looking at another day of steady rain, steady moderate to heavy rain on Thursday. Snow levels between 1,000 and 2,000 feet. I think Hayfork, Weaverville, you could be looking at the potential for some more snow, although I think we may mix out some of that colder air, so snow levels may be a little bit higher as a result. Another push of heavier moisture coming in. Now, the thing is, when you're borderline snow level for places like Hayfork and Weaverville, when you get heavy snow, what that does is it brings down the colder air along with it, and as a result, you begin to see those snow levels begin to drop a little bit here. But there you can see, I mean, it's getting just that typical horseshoe that we see in the valley. That's Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, heavy rainfall, even some heavy rainfall along the coast. Then we go into Thursday night. You see how it's still some heavy snow off to the north and west, scattered showers, and you could even see a straight thunderstorm. See a little bit of a spin. That's that area of low pressure finally pushing to the east. So Friday morning, still some snow flurries. Keep in mind, snow, we're going to be looking at very good chance of chain requirements and even closure of I-5 again on Thursday. And then we go into Friday, 5 p.m. It's wrapping itself up. We dry things out for the most part on Friday, but we could see a straight shower for parts of the northwest as we go into Saturday. A little bit on that a little bit later, but there you can see the bulk of the rain through Friday is going to be in the valley and along the coast. And of course, we'll take a look at some of those snowfall totals here in just a bit. Area of low pressure to our north and west, that's of course going to help get that flow of that air, that moisture coming in. Look at all that snow developing over the Sierra and of course over Northern California. This then shifts off to the east by Friday. Of course, we saw that on Futurecast. And then this right here, I'm watching this because this could bring a stray shower for parts of northwestern California. We're talking Siskiyou County, Del Norte, Humboldt, even Trinity County could see a little bit of activity out of this before we completely dry out for everyone by the time we get into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But I am watching some activity coming in from the west. Looks like now we could see a chance for some more showers coming in by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So by the middle and latter part of next week, maybe some more rain coming on in. But we'll get a nice break before that arrives, and it doesn't look to be all that impressive either. We got winter storm watches off to the east here. Winter weather advisory is for the purple, and the reds is where we have the winter storm warning. So how much snow? This is coming directly off the forecast model data. It might be overdoing it in some cases, maybe even underdoing it in some cases. I think Chester, you might see a little bit more than that. I'd say you're going to be at the lower end there for Mount Shasta City. Wairika, I think you'll be on the higher end there. 8 to 12 in Hayfork. We'll see. I'd go on the lower end there, but you know, the thing is, I think we'll be measuring it in several inches for parts of Weaverville and Hayfork. It depends if we can get that snow and that colder air to come on down, but I think that might be overdoing it. Hoopa, sure, I think you might see a little bit of snow. And then of course off to the east, Susanville, Quincy, Portola, all seeing that potential for snow. So things are getting interesting. You're gonna have to keep a close eye here at Weather NorCal as we continue to monitor the storm system. Again, Thursday is the next big event, and then we'll kind of wrap things up after that. It is closed on I-5, as I mentioned earlier, at Fondale exit for all traffic. We've got chain requirements south of Highway 299. So as you're approaching Hayfork, Highway 36, plenty of chain requirements east of I-5, and of course on I-5 itself there are chain requirements there as well. Not a good place to be. There you can see the backup of traffic as we're starting to see the early morning hours. Can't really see much on Pitt River Bridge or Lakehead. Let's take you up to the north. There's I-5 near Mount Shasta City. That looks like a snow-covered road, doesn't it? How about Snowman Summit? Can't really see much in Dunsmuir, but it looks wet, more wet than it does snowy, but can't tell that for sure. Back up in central Wairika because of the snow and issues that we're dealing with north of Wairika, as we have been dealing with that here for quite some time. There you can see Grass Lake on Highway 97. Looks snow covered. Of course, there are chain requirements on Highway 97. Here you can see north of Collier, On Highway 199, that's in Del Norte County, approaching southern Oregon. There you can see some of the snow that they are seeing out there this morning. There are chain requirements up there as well. Highway 299 west, there's a look at below Buckhorn Summit. Can't really see much else on top of that, but as you know, as I showed you, there are no chain requirements this morning on Highway 299 west. 299 east, Hatchet Mountain. Looks okay for now, but that may change here. And of course, Cedar Pass looking a little slick up there as well. Let's take you out to Highway 44. Shingletown looks okay and will be. There you can see Lassen Park. It looks a little icy, as well as near the Bogard Ranger Station. This is looking at Highway 36. Looks okay for now near Chester on Highway 36 and for down near Summit. I think I've got another set of cameras in here. Yes, looks like snow. On the grassy areas there, but still just looks wet out towards East Riverside, southeast Susanville here. Can't see much here or here, but could be a little slick out there as well. All right, let's take a look at the forecast road conditions. We are going to start to see this improve a little bit here, especially here. Still looking at more snow off to the north and west of the valley. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, as we start to see more of that snow coming in from the south and west, we'll probably see more chain requirements and a lot of chain requirements by Thursday. By the way, you can go to weathernorcal.com, click on road conditions, and what that will do is take you to you can, at one quick glance, see all of the road cameras, or a lot of the road cameras for Caltrans, so you can quickly see what the road conditions like wherever you're going. Also here, you can go to Quick Map from Caltrans Quick Maps and check out the latest chain requirements as well. You can also get this from the free Weather NorCal app. You'll get the same information here, but weathernorcal.com is where you want to start and click on the road conditions map. It's just a great resource. Simple, but great resource. All right, by midday, the winds are picking up for the valley to the east, pretty much everywhere, right? But then by the afternoon, evening, the wind should start to subside. I don't expect the winds to be quite as strong here for Thursday morning. A little breezy, a little gusty at times as Thursday's storm system moves through. And then by Friday, the winds once again dying down a bit. By the way, even though we're seeing that break here this weekend, early next week, long range, we have a chance for more showers. That could put us in the wetter than normal category. And how are the lakes doing? You know, despite some of the people complaining about all the releases coming out of the lakes, they're still rising. Look at Shasta Lake here, almost a little over 7 feet here in the last 24 hours. Trinity Lake, over 2 feet, over 6 feet, Lake Oroville. So we already had healthy lake levels. They're getting healthier and healthier with all this rain coming in. That's one of the good things that comes out of all this rain. But you can see as we go through Thursday, we are going to start to see those wave heights to begin to drop. So looking at marine forecast for your Wednesday, I'm getting a little choked up here. It looks like the computer is having a hard time with all the weather. We got so much going on out there. Winds from the south at 15 to 20 knots. They're your waves, your high and your low tide. And there is that small craft advisory here through this afternoon. All right, let's wrap things up here. Take a look at your neighborhood by neighborhood forecast. We start off with Trinity County. Temperatures will be in the low 40s. Snow levels on average 1,000 to 2,000 feet. Yes, Weaverville, Hayfork, you will see snow, and eventually, especially Thursday, I think that's when we'll see most of it. We also have a chance for showers for parts of Trinity County, Del Norte County, Humboldt County, even through Saturday, and then by Sunday it dries out there. That'll also be the case for Siskiyou County. Maybe a leftover snow flurry on Saturday, but drying out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. By the way, Saturdays, don't worry about it. Shouldn't be a big deal, but just note that, you may see a stray flurry there. Otherwise, dry for Modoc County by Saturday and Sunday, not to mention Monday, Tuesday. That's also the case for the Eastern Mountains, but another cold day today. Mineral 34, Paradise not as bad at about 46. Here's your Valley Neighborhood Forecast brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Those temperatures will be in the mid-50s for your daytime highs. Rain will be heavier. Oroville, I've got raindrops there for you, but honestly, I think you might be dry today. Showers on Thursday, heavier rainfall, heavy at times. And then, of course, Friday, maybe a leftover shower drying out for the weekend. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for Chico. Yeah, the temperatures are dropping on Thursday. So again, I've got raindrops in there for you, Chico, on Wednesday. Honestly, you might be dry. There's a very good chance you could make it through the day without seeing a drop of rain. Rain heavy on Thursday. Showers on Friday, just kind of wrapping things up. And then for the weekend, you're dry. Let's take a look at up to the north, also brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Temperature is around 50 degrees for Reading, 51 for Anderson, all the way down to Red Bluff. Red Bluff, yeah, you may see a stray sprinkle, maybe a light shower today. That's also the case for Reading, with heavier rainfall coming in tomorrow, especially for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening as well. Friday, maybe a leftover stray shower. Otherwise, it's dry for the weekend, warming up a little bit here, but generally in the mid to upper 50s. That is your morning update. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back again this afternoon for your latest forecast. Have a great morning.
Barr & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Barr & Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.